Okay, so let's talk about accommodations, because that is actually one of the questions that we get asked the most on our YouTube channel is how do you find them? You know, just, I mean, the whole thing, like platforms.
Yeah.
So I know for us, like a lot of times if we're in Europe, we actually book on flatio.com. Which has been really great for some longer stays and short stays for us as well.
Yeah.
We have booked through Airbnb, although we kind of try to stay away from Airbnb just because the fees can get so high.
Yes,
and
I agree.
It can be really hit or miss with what
totally
you get.
agree. Yeah.
So kind of what is your situation?
I like to just start. I usually start with Airbnb just to see, you know, what is out there. And then I will often go on to blogs. I will start reading blogs from other solo travelers or slow travelers, full-time travelers. And often that will guide me to like Facebook groups. So this is one of my favorite ways to actually find accommodation is Facebook groups, because you can just basically type in expats in Chiang Mai or expats in Saranda, Albania. And then you're going to be able to connect with locals who are, you know, offering much cheaper accommodations, especially for long-term. Like this is more for long-term travel. Like if I'm going to stay at least a month in a place, this is the way I would go. I'd like to check Airbnb just to see, because sometimes you can find really reasonably priced Airbnbs. But lately I've been finding all my accommodations on Facebook groups, and it's been working really well. And oftentimes I get really nice apartments for much less than you'd pay on Airbnb. Yeah. So that's how I like to do it. But if I'm only going to stay in a place for a couple of nights, it's going to be booking.com usually. That's probably what you guys are doing as well.
Yep. That's pretty much,
Yeah. But yeah, reading blogs is so helpful. Like just blogs written by other nomads who have already been there and had to go through the same process of like hunting down apartments. This is the way I like to do it.
It's also helpful to find like location or what part of town you might want to be in too.
Yeah. And you get so much information just from people who've already done it, which is the best way. This is the best way. Like you get this, you know, firsthand information, and I don't need to waste more time like researching it online. Like I just get straight to the point. Oftentimes they will have links directly to Facebook groups where I can just join the group and then start. Like, you know, I might post something in the group saying, hey, I'm coming to Bansko, Bulgaria for a month. And then you'll get like the owners, like, you know, popping their comments in there. And then I get a list. I got like a big list to like sift through, and like, you know, it's been great for me.
That's nice when they come to you.
It's awesome. Yeah. You can just browse through the groups as well. So yeah, this is like the way I normally do it for like slow traveling, long-term traveling. Sometimes I do book Airbnbs like you guys as well, but most of the time I don't. So
no, I think that's great. And we've done the same as well, especially on this trip. It's been booking directly with landlords. Albania. And then back here in Bulgaria.
Although Macedonia, well, we did 2 other stays so far on this leg of our trip this year that have been not with landlords.
So Airbnb. I think if you're going to do like below a month, under a month, Airbnb is pretty good, right? I think, or booking.com even, like you can find decent.
We usually do booking for that. Because you can, again, if it's not a hotel, you know, if you're only going to be, it's a transition, right? When you're going from
A to B, stop in one place for 2 weeks.
Right. You might, or even just a couple of days.
Well, and I think we've done that because the cancellation is always better on booking as well. Airbnb
is a good one as well.
Cancellation is, I mean, it's usually really bad.
Oh, yeah, like a month.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you have something happens and you book your travel, and then you have no recourse there.
Yeah.
We've actually had that happen to us. I think we're going to probably do a lengthy video about it. But it cost us a ton of money. Where we had an incident like that where we had to book or cancel last minute. And
you lose out. Quite a lot sometimes, which is not great. That's not ideal.
All right. And then also too, I know it varies a lot as well on the destination.
Yes.
So like booking places in Europe can be a little bit different than Asia.
I think so. Yeah. For example, like with Chiang Mai, it's, I found that there's just a different variety of places offered. Like it's more like staying in hotels there. Like you get room service, which you don't get in Europe, right? So you get the same price, like an apartment for the same price, but you get like room service, housekeeping twice a week sometimes, like included for the same price that you would pay for an apartment in Bulgaria or Albania. And this is another reason why I love Chiang Mai so much. There's just like so many little things that makes it amazing for me. For anybody.
I mean, it sounds awesome. Yeah. I love housekeeping.
I mean, I didn't have to lift a finger when I was there. Like,
again, that's almost like, so you're saying basically you can almost get like kind of a luxury.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like
lifestyle.
I feel like you can live like a king in Thailand. I'm not just Chiang Mai though. Like this is all over Southeast Asia, I think. Chiang Mai has just become so popular with nomads and it's so well set up for expats and nomads that it's really gotten a reputation now, which I think it deserves. So, yeah.
And then what about, so for Asia, you've traveled, you said it kind of extensively through Thailand, correct?
Yeah.
So then what is different, booking accommodations there than, in Europe? I know you said that you'd like to get there, like in Thailand.
Yeah, and then, in Thailand. Yeah, I was reading a lot of blogs in Thailand from nomads that have lived in Chiang Mai, and oftentimes they would list like just all these different apartments that cater to expats and nomads. And I made a list and I just, went around the city and just checked out the rooms. I think that's really important in Asia is to see the room, test out the bed, because I mean, beds in Thailand can be very hit or miss. You don't want to commit to a month stay when the bed's going to you're going to feel sore when you wake up the next day.
Yes. You can talk about that. I mean, we've had this
ruin your stay.
Absolutely. I have had this experience in Thailand where I didn't test the bed beforehand and I had to move because you can't really, it kind of ruins everything if you're waking up feeling sore in the morning. Yep. And then also just checking out the Wi-Fi, the bathroom, just just being able to see it, I think is really important. And it's easy to do in Chiang Mai. It's easy to just take a Grab or a taxi around from A to B. Just spend a couple of days and just check out each place and make sure that it ticks the boxes that you want. And that's what I did. And that's what a lot of other nomads do. So
I think you brought up two important things. And of course, especially if you're working while traveling like we do. And I know maybe part of our audience does that. Some of them are maybe like early retirees. Yeah. But Wi-Fi is hugely important.
It's a big one in Thailand as well.
Yeah, in addition to the bed that you talked about, we've had so many experiences where the beds have been okay. And even on this trip, we've had a couple beds that have not been the most comfortable. And some places you can you might be able to find some kind of a padding or whatever.
I think in the cities that's not a problem, but if you're maybe on a smaller island in Thailand, it's hard to find. In Chiang Mai, for example, that's probably not an issue. You can definitely find these things. There's shopping centers there and malls. Easy, right? It's not a problem. But if you're in a remote island, for example, that's maybe not an option.
Right. And it's also a cost.
So
it's an added cost as well. And so depending on what that was, for instance, in Albania, our stay in Albania, the bed wasn't the best bed. And so we looked in town for an option, and we did find one pad, but it was 8,000
right
or 80,000 lek. So it was $80.
That adds a significant cost onto your monthly stay. So your rent just kind of jumps up because you need to go and buy extra stuff.
Which is or you could just look at a different place. And maybe the other place is $50 more, $60 more. Or even if it's $80 more, it's just worth doing that sometimes instead of.
I completely agree. And that's one tip that I would tell everybody now. Check the beds. Check the Wi-Fi. Even check the showers, because the showers can also be, I've had some really bad showers. I don't know. People don't think about that when they're booking a place. You just assume it's going to be high pressure, or if you don't want your shower hanging directly over the toilet. This is a common thing in Thailand. So I don't know. This is important for some people. And
Like a wet room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I found a place in Chiang Mai that didn't have that. It had a proper closed off shower, which was nice. It's just the small things that make your stay that much better, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's really good advice.
Yeah.